wanted to say thank you to Tammy Budge for sharing it. This was off 25th, and it just is a pretty picture. Some hazy conditions were out there. You probably noticed them. Scott Taylor caught this sunset from Magna. It's really, really nice. We had a little bit of cloud cover, but we're seeing those reds due to the elevated particulate matter, so that pop of color is brought to you by some of that wildfire smoke, which continues tonight and will stick around. We're pulling in smoke from the region. As we put this into motion over the next 12 hours, thicker plumes along the Wasatch Front and over in northeastern Utah, but we're going to stay with those hazy skies. Air quality gets impacted as a result into our Tuesday. Unhealthy air for sensitive groups from Davis County to Utah County, and that's due to elevated particulate matter and ozone, and moderate air for the rest of northern Utah. So forewarning you, if you're feeling these changes, maybe you're asthmatic, COPD, you have respiratory issues, it sticks around into tomorrow. As we take a look at our Snow Canyon State Park storm, I have to show you those waterfalls because this is an issue because we get this heavy rain in the southwestern corner of the state and we've got steep terrain, so that rain runs off the rocks and it causes an issue. Another good view of that Washington County storm that prompted a flash flood warning from Clayton. This was over in Santa Clara. Lots of rain, decent wind, and hail in portions of southern Utah. Satellite radar shows the positioning of that high pressure, which really is in charge, and the reason we're running above average with temperatures. And just on the eastern side of that ridge, we had a little bit of moisture. Those storms were moving south today. They tapered off by the early evening, but the chance of storms doesn't go away. 99 for the high in Salt Lake. We hit 100 in Wendover, 101 in Milford and Lake Powell, 108 in St. George, but as the storms rolled in, we rapidly cooled, and we'll see that again as we head into tomorrow in southern Utah. 82 when we close out the news with smoke-filled skies. If you drive or look out the window, you're seeing it. Mid-70s for the overnight with lows along the Wasatch Front, low 80s by tomorrow morning, but hazy and hot temperatures actually climbing a little bit. This is the reason why. That area of high pressure, you've heard me talk about this for going on, 10 days? This is the high that smashed records in the Beehive State, and it's moved back and forth through the desert southwest. Over the weekend, retrograding to the west, but as we put this into motion, you're going to notice it sliding east ever so slightly as we head into our Tuesday. The peak of this ridge will be on Pioneer Day when it centers up over Nevada, Utah, and Arizona, and then it's going to slide to the southeast as we get later into the week. That opens the door for a system dropping in from the Pacific Northwest that will bring cooler temperatures to the Wasatch Front, and we'll revisit the chance of thunderstorms and showers in northern Utah as a result. So big picture view, giving you an idea of why we're seeing what we're seeing. Okay, we talked about Pioneer Day heat. Brand new heat advisory issued for the holiday. We all want to get out and enjoy, but this is for the Wasatch Front, the Great Salt Lake Desert and Mountains, portions of Juab and Millard counties, Cache Valley. This is high heat. As that ridge comes back, we're talking temperatures, and we're all going to be out and about, but this is the type of dangerous heat that sneaks up on you, so you want to take precautions now. Be prepared. We're talking about a high in Salt Lake of 104. Futurecast shows that lingering moisture stays in the forecast here as we get through the overnight, and the chance of daily afternoon storms and showers will be there for our Tuesday, and then again in southern Utah as we head into Pioneer Day. That lingering moisture allows for that. These storms love the higher terrain. They also bring the possibility of flash flooding to several locations, including Bryce, Zion, and Capitol Reef. Triple digits return with hot and hazy conditions tomorrow. That will be our 13th triple-digit day in Salt Lake City for the season. 93 in Cedar, 106 in St. George, 90s and 104 in Moab. Here's a look at the next 7. Scattered thunderstorms expected in St. George with high heat through Saturday. Then we start to ease temperature-wise. Good news there. Here's a look at those daytime highs for your Pioneer Day. Forewarning you now, the chance of storms will be there in southern Utah, and the heat will be on in the north. As we look at those numbers, we begin to ease with that pattern shift on Thursday, bringing storms back to the forecast and temperatures back to average. Well, gosh, that might feel like a cold snap at 93, but we'll take it.